In this world where we fear machines, robots, artificial intelligence taking over, I realized they're here already. Here in Vancouver, they have driverless trains. We're talking about not long distance trains in a sense of, trains that cover hundreds of miles, but just the local transport. They call it SkyTrain here. It also goes underground when you go into the center. But the train, I realized, doesn't have a human driver. And there's nobody in the station at all. There's a voice that keeps repeating over. Sorry for the inconvenience. The elevator at Bridgeport is currently out of service, and other stupid stuff like that. I mean, it reports the elevator at Bridgeport is out of service at all the stations that aren't Bridgeport. At Bridgeport, you'll figure it out soon enough. But the problem was at Bridgeport, the doors slammed shut way too early and almost squished people. You see, Bridgeport's a major transfer station. Going south to Richmond, you had to transfer if you're on the train that originally goes to the airport. So a lot of people had to transfer. And so I was trying to get in, and people were coming off, and they take their sweet time, and the doors slammed shut after the first people got in. My friend and I had to wait for the next, rather the next, because they alternate one going to airport, one going south to Richmond. And I found that really ridiculous. But there's nobody to complain about. It's not even that the doors closed too early, it's those doors closed when other doors on the same train did not close. It just doesn't make sense. It's just stupid. But there's no human being in the station that works for the station or the transportation TransLink. You could probably complain to somebody online somewhere, web form, email. Probably not phone number. They got rid of those. The past few days after taking it more, I realized that it seems like probably the more their lines are also driverless. I took the Expo line, which goes from downtown southeast to Burnaby. I have seen human beings in the station. Just today, saw a guy wandering outside. I don't know if he actually caught up with the kid, but there's a 10-year-old kid who would scream and, take his mechanical scooter, as in opposed to electric scooter, swing around the air like a weapon and then slam it down onto the ground. Luckily, nobody was by him, but he went upstairs where there were people waiting on a platform and could have been dangerous. I don't know if the guy went in after him. But yeah, tonight there's a guy taking out the trash. So there are some people, but mainly people there during the day, they're just policing, trying to resolve any conflicts. And I think that people have gotten used to it, the fact that there's nobody there. See, it's a machine, you know what the expected activity is. People rush on a train all the time, even though there's no human being here watching to make sure the doors don't close on people. They know the force at which the door closes. They know they can pry it open. They know it's not gonna kill them. So yeah, they rush in all the same. So they've gotten used to it. It's predictable. I mean, one aspect I thought about that I haven't seen here is what about robberies, fights? But maybe this is just Canada. It's safer here. It's not like Bay Area or LA where you have cops on site all the time to take care of these things. And then, as I was taking it tonight, I realized, huh, I was here years ago. A few years before they even had their transit card, the Compass card. And it must have been the same system. I probably had the same concerns back then. But I guess nothing really happened. The system didn't burn down. People haven't been killed left and right. Huh. And maybe that's the thing. with driverless systems. They're not as dangerous and we adapt. We get used to it. It's just a machine. We're used to dealing with machines. We use things like automatic coffee makers, and they're fine. Maybe AI and all this fear isn't as big a deal. We just get used to it, and we deal with it. And life goes on.